So as Wisconsinites go to the polls next Tuesday, we should think about the election further down in November and realize that our voter ID law is not perfect. I know people who support the voter ID law, have driver's licenses through the DMV, they realize, why can't everybody have one? But you can lapse into a false comfort on this, I have to say to my fellow citizens. Kind of reminds me a little bit, kind of an extreme analogy, but back in '68, Curtis LeMay, the general, was George Wallace's running mate. And as he appeared at the Indy 500 one day, somebody said, "What about unemployment, General?" He says, "Get a job. I've got one." Now we have a situation where there is no uniformity on the rules. If you have a student in college, 9 of the 13 four-year UW campuses don't allow you an ID that conforms with state law, even with your picture on it, because they don't want a signature on the ID for security reasons. Somebody could lose their ID. Somebody else could use it to ignite the security system and get into a dorm. So therefore, they don't want those used. Those students have to get a different ID, a separate ID, student voter ID. How many students are going to do that? Plus, if you're a student from out of state, if you get a Wisconsin ID, you have to nullify your home state ID. Again, something a lot of students aren't going to do. That could be your daughter or your son. You also have different rules for veterans' IDs and tribal IDs that people outside of that don't have to have. You have different rules for different people based on their own IDs. In terms of getting a birth certificate, if you don't have a driver's license and you can go down and get your free ID, your state ID to vote, to register to get that, you have to have a birth certificate. Well, if you don't have your birth certificate in house and you have to get it in 2 days, it's not going to happen. You're out of luck. I know there are hotlines to help you expedite that. But I'm telling you right now, I've tried to get my birth certificate in the past. It takes weeks. So there should at least be a provision that allows people up to 30 days, say, to get that ID. They can vote in the meantime. Other states have a system where you simply don't have the right credentials. You sign an affidavit under the penalty of perjury, and you can vote. It works in other states. Here we have people go through more hoops. Talking to people from the Common Cause office, they say that Wisconsin is the strictest voter ID law in the country. So let's think about it, folks. Give it a second look. In your race to be ideological and go to your own corners, we should realize some people are getting screwed who want to vote just like you can. My 2 cents, my 2 minutes, brought to you by Edge Construction and Capital Consultants. Bill McCoshen, lobbyist to work for Tommy, who knows how to get things done at the Capitol. We're talking about this and more on the Mitch Henck Show on madison.com.